Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and a brand new month is upon us, so here's everything I picked up on Blu-ray and 4K for February 2022. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Alright, it is a brand new month, so it's time to go over everything I picked up on Blu-ray and 4K for February 2022. This was a pretty good month for new releases, and there was a couple sales I took advantage of, so I dipped into my want list for catalog stuff, and I got a healthy amount of Blu-ray and 4Ks. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what my overall haul is for this particular month. So let's not waste any time, let's dive right in. So we're going to start with the Blu-ray side of things. I'm not going to dive too much into the individual title, just give you initial thoughts. House of Gucci is a brand new release, directed by Ridley Scott. I haven't seen this yet, so I'll be watching this probably within the next day or so, but I'm anxious to check it out. Of course, it's got a fantastic cast and one of my favorite directors, so I am anxious to check out House of Gucci. I'll let you know my thoughts over on Letterboxd. I was on sort of a murder mystery kick this past month. It started, of course, with the release of the classic Murder on the Orient Express, which is this right here. And I dived into a couple other titles, which I'll show off in a moment. But the classic, fantastic movie. It really is based off the Agatha Christie novels. And Albert Finney as Poirot. Awesome. So yeah, check it out. If you're a fan of the film, pick up a physical copy. This is really awesome that it came out on Blu-ray. So yeah, Murder on the Orient Express. Going back, I got this probably within a week or so of it. If you like a good murder mystery, but a comedy, Murder by Death. This movie is hilarious. It is great. It has so many, it really just kind of spoofs the overall genre, and it is fun. It is a fun movie. I like it a lot. And I might do a write-up on this one when I rewatch it again, but yeah, Murder by Death, check it out. This one is hysterical. This one is a James McAvoy, Keira Knightley stars in it, and that is Atonement. This has been on my wish list for a while. I like a good drama. I think they are very good together in this. And it's a fine movie. It really is. So I'm anxious to revisit this one in the near future. Let me know if you've seen Atonement and what did you think of it. This one was purely a blind buy. It was for $5 on Amazon. And of course I like the talent in front of the camera and behind the camera. So Noah, I know there's a 3D edition out there somewhere, but I just wanted to get the standard 2D for this one. But yeah, I'm anxious to check it out. I haven't seen it, so I'll do a write-up over on Letterboxd, let you know my thoughts. I've heard mixed things. I've heard it's kind of an epic, but you don't. I don't know. I'm anxious to check it out in the near future. This one, of course, was also on my wish list, and I feel, in my opinion, it's one of Denzel Washington's best films. We all have our top 5 or top 10 of an actor, and this one, Remember the Titans. I am not so much a football fan, but I really loved his performance in this one, and I think it's just a fantastic film. I don't feel it gets nearly enough love. But of course, with the Super Bowl recently, I wanted to get something a little bit more football oriented for that month. But yeah, this has been on my wish list for a while. I got it for super cheap. So Remember the Titans. I will be checking that out shortly. This one is one of my all-time favorite comedies. I just watched it yesterday, and I was very happy this got a physical Blu-ray release. That is Mark Harmon in Summer School. Love this one. I love it. It is hysterical. It's funny. It really is. I remember watching this one countless times, and to have an actual Blu-ray edition, and the Blu-ray transfer looked really good. So yeah, sometimes dreams do come true, But Summer School on Blu-ray, very happy. Released by Shout Factory. This is another Russell Crowe film. I saw this one digitally first, but I liked it a lot, so I wanted to get a physical copy, and that is Unhinged. It's really it's very topical, with the way society sometimes can be a little bit angry. This one definitely has that message going for it, but it's really decent, and he does a great job as our bad guy in this. But yeah, Unhinged. Check that one out. This one I picked up because I'm a fan of course, Steven Spielberg, and I wanted to actually have a physical copy. This is one of those I've been waiting for, like a 4K edition. I think it'll come maybe one day, but I just wanted to rewatch it again in the near future, so I thought I'd just bite the bullet and get the Blu-ray. I opted for the 3D edition, The Adventures of Tintin. Fun movie. I mean, basically it's basically a better version of Uncharted, if that's any kind of indication, if you've never seen it. But the talent behind this one, of course, Spielberg directed, written by Edgar Wright, produced by Peter Jackson. Come on, those are all the elements of a fantastic film. So, Adventures of Tintin, I'm very excited to revisit this one in the near future. This was also one of the cheap editions I picked up. This is one of those movies I saw for really cheap, and I'm like, why don't I have this one in my collection? I don't think I've ever owned the Blu-ray. I've had the DVD. That is Tom Hanks at Big. Considering Disney owns the rights to this through 20th Century, I don't think we're ever going to get a 4K. I mean, if we do, it's going to be a long time down the line. So, it's a classic film. Tom Hanks and Big. I'm very excited to have this one in my collection, and I'm looking forward to watching this in the near future. If you're not aware, I do a podcast every week or so. It's called Make Remake, and we tackle, movies that also have a remake and do comparison, but sometimes we do special shows where we just talk about random stuff. And we were talking about the music of John Williams, and this movie came up, and I'm like, why don't I have this one in my collection? I am a fan of it, and of course, it's pretty epic. It has some great moments, and that is far and away Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman. I would like a 4K edition of this one, but I thought I would just pick up the Blu-ray just to have it in my collection. So I'm excited to revisit this one again in the near future. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but yeah. Also, the music, fantastic. So far and away, finally have a copy. This one I really enjoyed the first one. I am an Addams Family fan. I did enjoy the cartoon a lot. Of course, the live action, I don't think can be touched, honestly. It's really timeless, but with the animated, based off the original artwork, and of course, they came out with a sequel, Addams Family 2. I watched this, not great. This was definitely not a blind buy that paid off. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Animation is fantastic, but even the voice talent's good, but I don't know, the story just didn't really work for me, so I don't know, this will probably end up on the graveyard pile at some point, but hey, it's got a slipcover. So the Addams Family 2, I still stand by the first one's good. I liked it. This one, not so much. So, unfortunately, it just didn't work out for that. I've been slowly getting the Scream movies on, I've had Scream, of course, the original is now on 4K. I've had Scream 2 for a while. But last month I picked up Scream 3, and finally I got it. Scream 4, anxious to check out the new one that's coming out in just a few weeks. But yeah, so I liked it. Hopefully one day we'll get 4K upgrades to all the Scream films. That would be wonderful. But yeah, Scream 4 on Blu-ray. This one, it was very surprising. This never got a Blu-ray edition. I really enjoyed this one a lot, based off of the life of Andy Kaufman, and that is Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey. Kino Lorber did a great job with this. Fantastic movie. Yeah, it's just, I like it a lot. Of course, I am an Andy Kaufman fan, and it was just really kind of surreal seeing Carrey play him. It really just kind of, it was one of those roles I just disappeared into, but this is now on Blu-ray. I'm very happy to have a physical copy of that one on. And this one I talked about this in my movie recommendations video a couple weeks ago. I saw this one digitally and I wanted to get a physical copy. This is Where I Leave You, all-star cast, great story. It's just, it's a family drama. I won't talk too much about it, but I do recommend it. And yeah, check this one out on Blu-ray. Of course, going back to the murder mystery kick I've been on this past month, Clue. I've never owned a physical copy of Clue, and I just wanted to rectify that. This is just one of those. I think Paramount has the rights to this one. I could see a 4K coming at one point down the line. But yeah, Clue, I can't wait to revisit this one. I've seen this one on cable many times. But yeah, just, I don't know. I've never owned a physical Blu-ray of this one. So yeah, I'm anxious to check it out. Clue on Blu-ray. Of course, once again, another Steven Spielberg film. Lincoln it's a very good telling of the former president's life, and the cast is phenomenal, and it's really just kind of got that epic energy to it. And yeah, check out Lincoln. I'm very happy to have a Blu-ray edition of that. This one came out this past month from the Criterion Collection, and that is Miller's Crossing from the Coen brothers. Good crime film, really fantastic. You know, the Coen brothers, in my opinion, put out some amazing works, and yeah, I'm very happy. I was disappointed we didn't get a 4K edition of this one. That would have been great, but as it stands, a Blu-ray, that's more than enough, I think. So Miller's Crossing. This one came out this past month also, Love Affair. It has been a long time since I've seen this one, so it'll be great seeing it with a, you know, with a relatively new transfer, and I'm very excited. You know, it's a good classic, you know, romance drama, and you know, I like good old-fashioned Hollywood cinema, so yeah, I'm happy to check this one out again in the very near future. This one was sitting on my wish list for a while. But then Amazon ran a sale where it had like kind of the 50% off price, and then it gave you an extra coupon for like $12. So honestly, what I paid for this one, I think for me was a bargain. So the Essential Fellini from the Criterion Collection, a lot of the director's films are in here. I cannot wait to dive into this one. I'm gonna probably watch the first one in this set probably in the next several days, but yeah, really cheap. And you know, we all like to wait for the Criterion sale, but this one, I think it's just, yeah, if you're a fan of the director, check out the Essential Fellini. There's so many great films from the director, so yeah, very excited to dive into this one in the near future. Over on the 4K Ultra HD, it was also a really nice month, and there's a lot of great titles that I picked up. Of course, the big one, in my opinion, is going to be the Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection. I'm not going to talk too much about this one. I did a whole unboxing video. If you want to check that one out, I really dive into what's the contents. And I honestly am very happy with the fact that these all were given Dolby Vision gradings. And yeah, I'm happy with the set. It's fantastic. If you get your hands on one, I highly recommend you check that one out. This one came out a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I think last week or the week before. That is the Kingsman, the Best Buy exclusive 3-movie collection. I'm a big steelbook collector, so of course this for me. I had the originals, like the first movie and the second movie with the slipcover, but why not get a more of a, like, just a steelbook set? So Kingsman collection, I'm very happy. I like these films a lot, and I did a review of the Kingsman, so check that out if you want to hear my thoughts. On the 4K side of classic cinema, of course, Some Like It Hot, directed by Billy Wilder, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon. Wonderful, wonderful transfer. Kino Lorber did a great job. And if you're a fan of the film, I do highly recommend you pick this one up. It looks fantastic on 4K. Another A24 exclusive. I like this film a lot. I saw it in theaters, and of course I wanted to get a 4K disc. That is Lamb. I did a review for the channel. I did a review for most of these on the channel, so if you want to check those out. But yeah, I like this one a lot. It's kind of got like a great mood creepiness to it overall. It's just, you know, it's a little bit of a slow burn, I understand, but if you want some good, you know, I would say low-key drama horror, this one I would check out. Lamb, it's an A24 exclusive. I'm a big fan of course, this film, and you know, with the recent Disney releases on home video or home formats, they can get a little hit or miss, of course. But I think Encanto is fantastic. The Best Buy Steelbook is great. It's beautiful artwork in my opinion, and I like the film a lot. So yeah, Encanto on 4K. I own the existing slipcover edition of this one, but this is one of my favorite movies, so of course I want to get the recently released Steelbook edition of La La Land. Love this movie a lot, and I think it's got a really nice looking Steelbook, and if you're a fan of the film, check it out. I believe it's still available over on Best Buy's site, so yeah, La La Land on 4K. Recent release from Scream Factory, Shout Factory, that is The Howling. It's a good... Like, this one is it's a very good for the time werewolf flick. You know, when you think of right around the same time, American Werewolf in London, which is coming out on 4K very shortly. But yeah, this one has some great, like, I think one of the best werewolf transformations, but Screen Factory did an excellent job with the transfer on this one. So if you are a fan of the film, pick this one up on 4K immediately. Recently released Looper on 4K. The transfer was supervised by Ryan Johnson, so it was approved by him. You know, it's good. I like the movie. It's, you know, kind of a little sci-fi, noir sci-fi film, you know, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Cool, you know, cool flick. I like it a lot. So 4K edition is now available. Another Screen Factory Shout Factory release, Alligator. So this one was great. It was very kind of like, it really brought me back to when I was younger to watch this one again. And it's just fantastic. It really has some, you know, some great spoofy moments, of course, off of Jaws. But, you know, practical effects really hold up. This one looks great. I like it a lot. So Alligator is now on 4K. Another Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition. The Hurt Locker. Like this film a lot. It's, you know, I feel it's really one of the quote-unquote better modern war films. And the 4K transfer is good. You know, this movie is, you know, of course, it's not going to be pretty to look at the way it was shot, you know, the style and the cameras used. But I think the Atmos track on this is phenomenal. It really is top-notch. And yeah, if you're a fan of the film, it is now available on 4K. Just did a review for this one, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, released by Kino Lorber. I like this one. It's kind of a slow burn spy thriller, and the cast is phenomenal. Gary Oldman, Colin Firth, Tom Hardy, Benedict Cumberbatch. Great film. I know a lot of people were kind of, you know, down on it, you know, as far as kind of being slow and everything, but I like it a lot. So if you want some good, you know, thriller, you know, a little bit of a slow burn, so check out Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. One of my favorites films of, you know, from director Frank Darabont, you know, with, I would say The Shawshank Redemption, of course, is top tier. This is like almost, you know, like right below it, and that is The Green Mile, Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition. Fantastic film. Great transfer. So I'm very happy this is on 4K. It was on my want list for a long time. So Green Mile is now on the format. And finally, once again, going back to, you know, Marvel and Disney, you know, Eternals, the recent release of this latest MCU flick. There's this whole controversy with, you know, the lack of IMAX ratios that are on the physical copy, which I 100% agree with. It sucks. But hopefully one day, you know, we may get re-releases of these films. I would like the IMAX ratio, but as it stands, it's part of my MCU collection. And the Steelbook edition, yeah, I like the artwork. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, Eternals on 4K is now available. So that is everything I picked up on Blu-ray and 4K for February 2022. If you're interested in any of these titles, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section below. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. And also let me know, what did you pick up on Blu-ray and 4K for this past month, and what are you looking forward to in March? In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.